We've all been sold the dream. Flying business class feels luxurious, like a mini vacation in the sky. But on a short 1-hour hop from Sydney to Brisbane, is it really worth the extra cash? Today, I'm putting it to the test with Virgin Australia's 2025 domestic business class. I'll show you what you actually get and whether you're better off sticking to economy or splurging for the upgrade. Welcome back to KT Aviation. It's an absolute gorgeous day, and I'm coming to you from Coogee Beach, one of the many stunning beaches Sydney has to offer. I'll be heading off to the airport soon, but before that, I'm enjoying a friend's birthday barbecue right here by the water. Coogee is also a sneaky good spot for a bit of plane spotting, with aircraft flying overhead as they line up to land at Kingsford Smith. Perfect vibe before another aviation adventure. My journey kicks off here at Terminal 2, the Virgin Australia domestic terminal. And first thing first, let's make our way to the Virgin Australia lounge. As a business class passenger, you get automatic entry, so let's head inside and check out what the lounge experience is like before the flight. You might be wondering what's being served today. Well, on the hot food menu, there's a Thai vegetable curry, along with a soup and a dinner roll. There's also a full-service bar, a proper barista station for your coffee fix, and another section stocked with snacks and cakes. A nice little spread before we fly. The lounge also comes with a shower facilities if you need to freshen up before your flight. Overall, it's a solid lounge experience. Good food options, plenty of seating, and a nice quiet space to relax before boarding. This is where things start to unravel for today's flight. The original departure was set for 7:30 p.m., but the new time now shows 8:40 p.m. This delay is due to strong wind sweeping across Sydney Airport, causing a ripple effect through the schedule. It's just not us. Pretty much every flight is running late tonight. So I thought this was my plane, but nope. Turns out it's actually the earlier flight heading to Brisbane. My aircraft hasn't even landed yet, so the wait continues. This is finally my plane, so for a moment, I got my hopes up that we'd be boarding soon. But as the boarding time keeps getting pushed back on the screen, I'm starting to wonder if I'm ever leaving Sydney tonight. Another hour has passed, and now we're being told to make our way to gate 42 as our new boarding gate. At this point, it's just a game of musical chairs around the terminal. At 10 p.m., we're finally boarding. It's been a long wait, but at least I get to take advantage of priority boarding with my business class ticket. So I can see these are the brand new business class seats from Virgin's refurbishment program. Straight away, they feel like a solid upgrade. The padding is thicker, the material feels more premium. You even get a belted leg rest tucked underneath. The elephant in the room is the lack of any real divider between economy and business. It's all one open space, so you don't get the sense of separation or privacy you normally expect up the front. For a business cabin, it does take away a bit of that premium feel. One more thing missing on this flight is the usual welcome drink that Virgin normally hands out in business. It's a small gesture, but it's really set the tone for a premium experience, and today it just didn't happen. Now that we're in the air, let's take a closer look at the hard product in business class. Up here, you've got a total of 8 seats, arranged in 2 rows, and there's a dedicated flight attendant looking after the cabin. On the side, you got a simple control panel to adjust your recline, and there's also a little cocktail table that you can slide out. As expected, there's no seatback screens, so it's a bring your own device setup. The upside is that business passengers get free Wi-Fi, while economy still has to pay for it. The tray table is tucked neatly into the right armrest and folds out into a decent-sized workspace or dining table. The biggest letdown has to be the meal service. A sausage pie and a pack of cheese crackers. Seriously, I can grab exact same thing at a service station. For a business class product, this just isn't it. At least I can say the Wi-Fi was surprisingly fast on board. What's everyone's opinion on the bluish mood lighting the airline loves to use? Personally, I'm not the biggest fan, especially on night flights. It just feels a bit too cold and keeps me more awake than relaxed. What do you reckon? Another advantage of flying business is you get that forward toilet all to yourself. Well, exclusive for the cabin. No need to fight that queue from the back. Just a quick walk up and you're sorted. This is a 1-hour flight, so we'll be landing very soon. Overall, what do I think of Virgin Australia's business? Let's start with the positive. The lounge in Sydney was great, modern, well-stocked, and the food was plentiful. On board, the refurbished recliner seats were a solid upgrade, with better padding and noticeably improved comfort. The cabin crew were friendly, and I say okayish overall, and a big plus on this flight was the onboard Wi-Fi, which was actually fast. Now, let's talk about the not-so-good bits. First up, the meal. We were served a sausage pie, and honestly, it wasn't great. Qantas hands out better food, even in economy, so that was a bit disappointing for business class. There was also no welcome drinks on this flight, which is something you usually expect up the front. Another downside is the cabin layout. There's no real divider between business and economy, so it definitely feels like there's a lack of privacy. And finally, today's flight was delayed. While that's not entirely the airline's fault, the communication from the staff was pretty vague and confusing, which didn't help the situation at all. So would I pay for Virgin's business class at full fare 3 to 4 times the price of economy? The answer is no, it just doesn't feel premium enough. But if you're using points or snag a discounted fare, then it's definitely worth considering. Thanks for joining me on this flight. See you all on the next one.